I'm back at the bottle dump, and I started clearing out my hole. Since last week I was here, the bank started breaking down and filling up a little bit. I'm going the opposite way of that I said that I was going to go. I'm hitting more into the stinky super cinder area, but I'm coming up with some cool stuff still. Let's see what I get so far. I pulled out a shoe, and it's kind of wet and nasty. I have gloves, but I don't have mine right now. My phone's going off crazy. So this is the common shoe I'm finding. This is actually one of the fully intact ones, or not fully intact, but most intact, I would have to say. So that must have been a common style back in the 40s. It's kind of neat. I don't know if that's a woman's or a man's shoe. Looks kind of big. I would say it's a man's shoe, but very decorative for the age. Finding some other weird stuff. This looks like it was a flashlight with the batteries left in it. Kind of exploded. Old pharmacy bottle. Pond's bottle. This one's kind of neat. I'm probably not going to save a lot of this stuff. That looks like a clown. Someone was clowning around here. Oh wait, this one has something on there. Oh, it's a Clorox. I should have noticed that. I found one the other day with a cork in it. I thought this was a glass top. What do you call it? Glass top Mason or something, but I don't know. Abbott's Laboratory. I'm not sure. Might be poison or something. Got an inkwell. This is kind of neat looking bottle. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think it's an inkwell, but I ended up getting this. I got a compact. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm going to be easy because the hinges look a little delicate. I found these ones before, so I don't want to stress it too much. Everyone should recognize this. This would have came off of a piece of a plumbing pipe, would have went through here, and it would have been a decorative piece to go to the floor, so you wouldn't have seen the hole cut out. Just scrap metal. This, I always need these. These are glass ball tops. This must have came from an arts and crafts shot glasses with paint in them. And all three of them were together like this. I'm probably going to keep it. Maybe my wife can use it. I found this weird thing. I don't know what it is. You can see where it's been sawed. It looks like a bone, but it's not a bone. I don't think it is. I haven't scanned yet. I have the 6 on, so I can detect a little easier with the metal on the ground in between everything. Let's see. Put it right here. It's not metal. It just fell out when I found it. When I get home, I'll take a little closer look. It's definitely weird. No idea. Maybe it's a rock? It's real heavy. So that's it so far. Mikey said he's coming, but I haven't got any word from him today. We'll see what happens. And I got dirt in my shoe. I gotta find a better set of boots for this, because a wall cave in on your foot or something like that, you get nothing but tons of ash and rock in your shoe, and that really stinks. But I guess that's part of metal detecting and bottle dumping. So I'll get back to you as soon as I find some more relics. Well, I've been doing a little bit of cleaning. I'm starting to swoop some of the bottles all in one area instead of being thrown everywhere and looking like a hot mess back here. So every so often, what I'm doing is any whole bottles I get, I throw here, and possibly someone else that'd be interested in bottles might want to dig through here and pick what they want. So far, the only thing I ended up getting, 2 milk bottles. This one here I've gotten before, but I couldn't see all the writing on it because it wore off. So now I know it's Brighton Dairy or Brighton Place. It could be, well, yeah, it's from Rochester, New York, so most likely the company came from Brighton. And here's another one, same thing. Here's a Rochester bottle, some kind of checker pattern on there. It's kind of neat looking. I'm going to save that one. This was in 2 different locations, and I'm not sure. Well, it looked like it might have been perfume or something like that one time. Whoops, just stepped on a light bulb. I ended up getting this. This is off of a late 20s truck. It's a grill. It's roached out, but I'm going to take the emblem off of it because that's always a good piece to have in case anybody wants that. Found more shoes, some big shoes too. Guy must have been, his nickname must have been Bigfoot. Look at the size of that sucker. Huge. This is the pit so far. I'm making kind of a, I don't know, a straight line this way. It's getting deep. Like you can see that. That's over 3 feet deep. And it's getting a little bit too much for me because I don't know where to throw the fill. I keep throwing it behind me and it'll start going down on each side here. So it's going to make me harder to go this way. So I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit more in this area. And if I don't end up getting anything else, like milk bottles or artifacts any sort, I'm moving over there where it's a little bit more shallower, easier to dig. I can sit down. I've been standing the whole time. My back is killing me. Yeah, it's coming along. I'll get back with you when I find more. Alright, the update to my little adventure here in this hole. It's getting slim pickings. I did find a few things in there, but it's becoming really stinky and just ashy. Not very much left in there. So I'm going to probably save that for Mikey. And then I'm going to head this way. This spot here is too deep. But over there is only about 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep. So I'm going to start clearing that out. But I did find a few things. Another inkwell. This was a Waterman's. That's pretty cool. Some kind of container. I found another compact. This one's kind of interesting. It's got actually a lady on there. There's some embossing on there too, but I don't want to rub too much more because I can see it's starting to fall apart. Found an old boat. It's obviously made out of a 2x4 or something like that. This is kind of interesting. I wonder what that would be for. Why would there be a divider in the middle like this? There's something written on the bottom. Let's see what it says here. You know what? I was thinking that's what this was. It's an old battery. Willard Storage Battery Company in Cleveland, Ohio. That's interesting. That's pretty much it so far. A lot of cool finds here. We got Mikey here. Say hi, Mike.
Hey, what's up?
He's taking the mailbox. He actually came with a rake just to help clean up a little bit and to take that mailbox. He says he's going to fix it up, straighten out the door, and he promises to have mail out every single day since the flag doesn't go down. But anyhow, to what I've been finding, I'm not going to keep that, but it's some kind of old bottle with the tag still on it. Another sour cream. It kind of looks like a milk bottle. End up finding a gun. That's kind of cool. It'll look nice in the display case. Teacup. An all glass pepper or salt shaker. I think it's salt since it's got so many holes in it. Oh, look at it. It has a top on it and a twist. Also, a fountain pen. I believe this sure looks like silver right there. It's like almost like camouflage. It still looks good. I'll open the top up. Look at that. Still golden color. Might be able to reuse this when I get home. That's it so far. I started digging in the other area. I got sick and tired of that deep pit. This one here is a little smaller. It's like about 2 feet versus the 3.5, and making life much easier. So that's about it so far. I'm going to keep working. I got a few more hours left, and I'm going to just keep going this way. And then I'm going to come back, keep going back and forth, and clear this whole section out. The update to what's going on here. And I'm getting a really nice silver-plated spoon here. I mean, it's pretty fancy. Too bad it wasn't solid silver, but it's a nice spoon. This is, let's see if this is the one. I haven't gotten this milk bottle before, a KDP. Quartz Dairy. Looks like 1943, if that's a date. I don't know. It says 1543 on there, so I'm not quite sure. Now, I really like this one. Now, Mike found this one last week, and I'm super happy that I found this. This one actually says 5 cents on it. Is that what a quart of milk cost back in, or I mean, a half pint of milk, 5 cents? Sign me up for some of that. But that's an awesome, awesome bottle. And, oh, wait. I got this thing here. This is new. This actually has got some embossed. It almost like a Vicks bottle, but look how dark. Look how dark that purple is. I really like that. I haven't found anything that dark before. I'm gonna smack that top off of it and save that bottle. I like that. And then I ended up finding this metal piece here. It does have some writing on it and a patent number. God knows what it went to. Patent November 8th of, I think that's 1904. And it's not rusty. It's got some pop marks on there though. Like whatever this chrome plating is it might be getting there too, starting to pop. I'm surprised it hasn't done that already. But it could have went to anything, probably coffee maker or something. That's it so far. Mikey left with his mailbox. Since I last did the video, I started here and I made this trench here. I'm going to go to the corner and do this whole square here, but I'm going to just go zigzag back and forth and hopefully find some more relics. I mean, there's stuff in here, but it's a dump, so like people normally didn't throw away good stuff, but accidents happen, and I think that's what I'm pretty much just finding is accidents. But I'll take those accidents because they're nice. Besides that, I'll be back. Alrighty, it's been at least an hour and a half, and I did some serious digging. It's a little deep in this spot. It's kind of like up and down. I'm used to the normal 2 feet, but some spots is about 3 feet deep, and then it goes a foot. It's kind of crazy, and I'm whooped. I got probably about 10 more minutes here. I don't know if I'll be able to come back next week to this spot due to the ground's getting hard. If you notice, there's white on the ground. It hasn't melted. I've been here all day. It's starting to get dark. What is this? So I did find a few cool things. I am finding this. This brings back memories when I was a kid. We had a bunch of these. There was another one that was bigger, but it was broken. This one's not broken, still intact. I ended up finding a bunch of these glass lids to the old mason jars. I even found a weird one. This must be real old. It has a double dot, or it could have been I don't know, different brand. Here's some more funnel porcelain. I'm not sure what this is. I'm gonna have to clean it when I get home. I found 2 of them that are encrusted. Ink, I'm not quite sure. Lipstick tube, medicine bottle. I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, I'll bring it home probably. Another compact. That one's pretty cool. It's got a little bit of gold to it. Ooh, there's something in there too. I'll wait until I get home to clean that because it looks like it's jam-packed full of stuff. I don't want to screw the hinges up. This is interesting. I think this is some type of baby bottle, a doll baby bottle or something. Has some embossing in there. It's real hard to see. It's so dirty. I think it says play to, no, play doll. I don't know. I'll find out when I get home. Write it down so I don't forget. This has got some embossing on it, and it's got the cork top still to it. It's crusty. I'm going to bring it home, see what it's all about. If it's worthless, I'll throw it away. This one still got the cork on it, which I thought was cool. I'm going to keep that. Oh, here's another top to some kind of weird jar. I thought it was a broken bottle, a bottom of a bottle, but it's not. Milk bottles. I'm going to have to clean these up and read them to you. I ended up getting 4 more. I got the big ponds, which is pretty cool. This right here, eyeglass, I'm not keeping it. It's crusty and nasty. Oh, here's another one. And it's cool that I'm finding all these, because I end up finding the jars that are unbroken sometimes, but you'll never find the lid. But now I'll have lids. I found this, Genesee Valley Trust Company, Rochester, New York. I've seen that building before many times. Drove by it. And this has the year of 1936. So that's about when somebody dumped this stuff off. I'm going to keep that for a remembrance piece. I'm going to do about 10 more minutes, clean this up, put it in my pouch, get it ready. I got a long travel back to the car. If I find any more stuff, I'll be back. Alright, it was a quick 10 minutes. Didn't make a lot of progress, but ended up finding something cool. No chips, nothing. Look at that. An old picture. That chip there? No. No. Not a crack, nothing. That's a beautiful piece. Can't wait when that's cleaned up. That'll look nice. Ooh. Ended up finding that kind of weird looking thing. Some Christmas stuff. I think that's off of a light. Ain't worth it. I ended up finding this. I'm going to have to clean it up. It's kind of crustified. Some kind of token. So this will be interesting. I'm going to put that in my pocket so I don't lose it. Or get all dented up. So I'll keep that in my pocket. But that's about it so far. It's been very cold out. It's about 23 degrees. You can almost see my breath. But I'm so cold that... anyhow, this is the spot that I worked in the beginning. It's pretty bad. I can smell it. It's got like a lot of chemical in there of some sort. It almost smells like a dump area where Eastman Kodak used to dump their stuff off. It's like really, really incinerated ash. Oh, you know what? I did find something else that was kind of interesting. Where did I put it? It was a deer antler. The problem is sometimes I set the like little goodie areas up where I want to keep the stuff, and then it ends up disappearing because everything here looks like leaves, and well, I'll end up finding it back again. That disappeared on my bag. I might have put it already away. I don't know. If I find it, I'll end up showing it to you. It looked like it might have been a knife at one time. Missing the blade. But I better get out of here. It's going to get dark soon. The temperature is dropping tremendously, so I'll see you in a few seconds with the wrap up. Alright, the wrap up to today's video ended up getting a few interesting things. I ended up getting a couple of these. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if it's a compact or maybe some kind of picture frame. I've never seen anything like this before. Silver plated spoon with a lot of fancy on it. Some kind of pick of some sort. Ended up getting this. I didn't show this in the film. It was kind of cruddy. I couldn't even recognize it. There was so much stuff, but believe it or not, it still works. A fountain pen. I don't think it'll work again. Lipstick tube. And I'm getting a bunch of tops type canisters like this, canning jars. I'm not sure what this is. I probably might get rid of it once I get enough of these ball jars this size here and the larger ones. I just need something to hold in more forks and whatnot, and I'll show you part of my display. This is pretty cool. This is a half pint universal storage bottle, half pint liquid, and the cool thing, 5 cents. Look at it, store bottle, 5 cents. It's interesting. I've never got that before. Mikey ended up getting one of these last week, I think it was, or the week before. Let's see, how many of these did I get? I only got one of these. This is another half pint by Canandaigua, New York. That's the first one of those. This is Brighton Place in Rochester, New York. This would have been from a dairy company. I ended up getting 2 of these, Brighton Dairy. And altogether, I ended up getting 3, I think. I think this is the same thing that's up here. A salt shaker with the glass top still. It's not a pepper shaker, but it's a salt shaker. That was dipped. That could actually be reused again. That's pretty nice. I hope there's 2 of these. I'd like to find the other one. This is kind of nice. This is a nice big old pitcher. No chips, no cracks. There's imperfections in it, which you can tell this was definitely, I would say it's partially made in a mold, and then obviously crimped up here so you don't lose your ice. Everything stays nice and cold. There's some staining to it, but this would all go away with CLR. I still haven't got my solution yet for the dip these in to get them 100% clean. But can you believe this was in the 1930, I think 1938 section. I think that's what that calendar said. I don't have it with me, but it was in the 30s somewhere. So was this bought brand new and immediately brought to the dumps, or is this much older? Is this like maybe from the 20s or something like that, or maybe the teens? Nevertheless, it's a pretty cool find. Then this is the second one of these. This is a quart Parkside Dairy. I saved this even though it's not really worth anything. It does need a lot more cleaning to it. This is Soda Water Corporation, Rochester. I just saved it because of the Rochester part. This is another dairy company, Hudson Dairy. This would have been closer to New York City. Homogenized milk. They were proud of that, so they put that on there. And this is I think this is a pint, right? Yeah, 1 pint. And I believe, yes, no, this isn't my first pint, but I don't find a lot of these. It's usually half pints or quarts. 2 of these. And this is from Henrietta Street. I don't know if it's in Henrietta, New York, or Henrietta. There's Route 15A and then 15. So you got West and East Henrietta Road. 15 goes like, I don't know how many miles, but it's a large road. I know it goes into PA and whatnot. I don't know exactly where this bottle came from. And there's 2 of these ones. A teacup, not broken or cracked. A plate. A cool looking marble, that kind of a yellow color with a little bit of hint of green somewhere in there. It's trying to shine through. Some kind of medicine bottle. It's actually got the, what's that say on there? I almost think it says milk, but there's increments on here. Not sure what that is. I just like it for the pretty blue color, and it was small. I haven't seen too many of those ones. This almost looks like it might have been nail polish. It had blue paint of some sort in there. Very small bottle. It's most likely nail polish. I'm not sure what this is. I just thought it was neat the way the cork top is on that thing. I wish I could have found a cork. You never know. 3 compacts. This one has a lady with a dress on it. Does have the mirror in it still. This one's different. This one does have a mirror in it too. And here's one too. This is nasty. This one opens up and there's different levels to it. That one's roached out. No mirror to that one. Oh, what else here? Another ink bottle. This one's different than any of the ones I found. It did have the top on it, but it was really nasty, so I threw it in the garbage. Let's see here. When the cap's on it, you tip it this way, bring it back, open it up, and then you can dip your pen in there. Like that. Well, this one here would have an ink cartridge inside of it, but it would have been more of the older version. But that's new. This is pretty cool. This says here, time to feed your baby. Petty doll. So this would be a doll's baby bottle for a kid. So that was interesting save. Very nice. Glad to have that one. That was a nice save. And what else? Some kind of interesting tube. I find a lot of these. Not exactly this size. This is one of the larger ones. Usually they're smaller. I'm not sure what they would have used these things for. Just kind of interesting. I would say this is probably the prize of the day. Finding this right towards the end. It's starting to get a little bit of rot there. It started wearing away. It's made out of aluminum. This says, join the Cracker Jack Mystery Club. Save this coin. And this coin was printed only 1 year in 1933. So that's a very good save. Very good find. That's pretty much it. I did find 3 more ink wells. One of them looked like this, and it's being cleaned. And when I get doubles of ink wells, I'm not going to display them. They're probably going to be put up on market. I'm probably just going to sell them. They're worth about $5 a piece, believe it or not. The coins I'm going to keep forever until, I'm gone. But the ink wells, I just can't store that type of stuff. That's way too much stuff, and I don't want to have it destroyed. So if they're good, in good condition, it can be cleaned and everything like that, I'll put them on the market for sale. I'm almost thinking about doing that with the milk bottles. I end up getting 1 more of these. That's being soaked. And I end up getting 2 more of these. And you can see where I'm storing my quarters in here. Silver quarters. They'll be up for auction soon. I don't know what to do with the milk bottles. Maybe keep one of the nicest ones of each. And then put the other ones up for sale. Like, how many milk bottles can I have? And these, believe it or not, these are worth about $5. Just for the plain ones. If there's something special, like this one here, you might be able to sell for about $20. What am I going to do with the money? Should I put it somewhere towards something? Maybe a trip to go to a nice metal detecting area somewhere down south? I don't know. Don't know just yet. But I'm starting to get a couple of these. It looks cruddy, but it just hasn't been soaked long enough. And this one does have a crack at the bottom. It didn't crack all the way through, so this could be a beginner's bottle for somebody that doesn't have this particular one. You put it on there for about $5. Someone would pay $5 for that. What else? Some milk bottles are worth more, though. This is my marble collection, and I found this bottle, I think, a couple weeks ago, or a couple hunts ago at the park. And I put my marbles in there. This is a creamer top. This one here is worth about $30 to $40. So that was a great find. You figure, hey, this is supposed to be a metal detecting YouTube channel. You're finding bottles now. What's up with that? Well, it's really metal detecting artifacts and recovery. These are all artifacts, and they're worth money. Like this right here would be like finding a what's an expensive coin that's worth about $40. I don't know, silver $50 maybe of some sort. That's basically finding a silver $50 right there. Especially not broken, not really a chip in or anything like that. Great piece. So if you find bottles out there, they're worth money, and you could do things with them. A lot of people are trying to, display certain things. Like, for instance, this is, I believe, an inkwell, and I put all my $50 in here. All the $50 I find. There's a seated sitting right there and some other stuff. Just, what are you going to do with them all? You end up finding so many coins you can't display them all. You could put them in books, but why? I'll just put them here on my shelf. When I find canning jars like this one here is for all my dog tags. any type of tags of some sort. I just put them on a shelf. This one here is all metals. You know, like good luck things or something to tell, like there was in here with the space shuttle. It said something about the space shuttle, gas station tokens, that type of thing. Or actually, no, these are called metals. That's actually what this is. This is actually called a metal that would go in here. This is tokens. This is all tokens. Chuck E. Cheese tokens, stuff from Dave & Buster's. What else did I dig up in there? No cash value tokens that have gone to some kind of vending machine or something like that. Stuff for sporting good places. They all go in here. And these jars can get cleaned up. I just haven't had the time to make my solution. So when I make the solution, all this is going to be pristine and gleamy and shiny and nice. This is all my Indians. You can see some clean ones in here, which, you know, they were in video demonstrations of how to clean up copper coins and stuff like that, make them look like they're uncirculated. So I keep them all in there. This one here is all Canadian money. Since I'm not too far from the Canadian border, we do end up getting a lot of Canadian coins. So I'm putting them in here. When I fill up, you know, if my daughter is going on a Canadian trip or something like that, I'll have her go to the bank, deposit all that, and that'll be some of her extra spending money. What else do we have here? This is all extra wheat pennies I got stored in here. This isn't my collection that I put into a book. These are just all the duplicates, triplicates, and quadruples and everything like that. They all sit in here. I do find a lot of keys. I found this jar, you know, a couple weeks ago or so. Cleaned it up. And all keys that I find go right in here. Oh, I forgot the other thing. I ended up finding this gun. I don't know how I missed this, but I ended up finding this. It looks pretty nasty, but it's going to look nice in a display case. Got to do a little bit more picking off of some of this rust. Some of it's under really, really good. And then lock it. And the cool thing is, I ended up finding two. In a display case, having two of these, you could do all sorts of things. You could do some kind of Western thing like this, or, you know, like that, whatever. And a couple weeks ago, I had this round thing. I couldn't figure out what it was. I could see like children on it and whatnot. I ended up cleaning it up a little bit more, and this is what it is. It's a baby like holding another baby, and a baby holding something else up. Still really hard to tell, but I'm getting a little bit more detail on it. I believe it was a rosette though. Sure was fancy. So I kind of like keep it in here, and when I find any things that are interesting that I cleaned up, I'll display in the next video. Well, that's pretty much it for this week's finds. If you guys like this, give me a thumbs up. And for you non-subscribers, don't forget to subscribe. Should be a little corner button there. Just tap on that thing there. You can see videos every week without searching for me. So hope to see you guys next week, and thank you. Bye.